Hi everyone, I'm Ziheng. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I want to share with you how I prepared for TMUA and score results good enough to get me an interview offer from Trinity College Cambridge. Before I start, I want to give a disclaimer as to how TMUA will be run starting this year. The last time I checked, the Cambridge website shows that the test administrator of TMUA will no longer be Cambridge Assessment, and the test will be run by Pearson VUE starting 2024. I am not sure what significance this fact has on the future, but I hope that the way TMUA is run will not be radically changed, because that would be very unfair for the students who will be sitting TMUA this year. Assuming that the new TMUA will test more or less the same thing as the old TMUA, in this video I will share with you resources and tips I used to prepare for the test. Let us begin. The chief source of practice materials I used to prepare for TMUA comes from the Cambridge website. But last I checked, Cambridge Assessment has already taken down the bulk of information that was previously there about TMUA. Fortunately, you could still get those practice papers and the TMUA note on third-party website, and I will put a link in the description below so you could refer to it. The practice papers are provided from 2017 onwards until 2022, and there are also 2 additional specimen papers which you could use, so you get 8 sets of papers in total. You could make the fullest use of these practice papers by redoing the papers in cycles, so you could start from 2022 and then working backwards until you reach 2017, and then you could repeat the cycle all over again. I personally has done every single paper for at least 3 times, and I think that this is the best way to prepare for TMUA, which is to practice repeatedly until you are comfortable with the maths questions that they ask, so you will not panic when you're doing the real test. The questions asked for TMUA are not exactly very advanced, so it required basic mathematical formulas which you would have learned if you studied A-level maths. Once you completed a cycle from 2022 until 2017, as well as the 2 specimen papers, you could repeat the cycle from the beginning and work your way backwards again. Another resources that I find very useful is R2Drew2 YouTube channel. I will put a link up here on this video, and I think the channel is great for TMUA test takers. Mr. Drew is very serious when he's making his TMUA papers, and I believe that his channel is the most practical for TMUA prep. On the channel, you can find his explanation on each and every TMUA practice papers, and you could find an additional paper made by Yota, which is not real, but is a very good source of practice for the TMUA test. For TMUA, the best advice I would give is just to practice as many times as you can to mentally equip yourself for the real test, as well as hone your mathematical skills so that you can solve the questions quickly. Another study resource that I find very helpful is the notes on logic and proof. And since the notes will no longer be provided on the Cambridge webpage, I will put a link below to share these resources with you. You could check out the description page to find all the resources that I mentioned in this video, and I hope this compilation will be useful for you. The reason why the notes on logic and proof is so important is that it tells you every knowledge that you need for acing the TMUA test. It covers a lot of mathematical concepts which are not taught in the A-level maths syllabus, but specific to the TMUA test. Reading the notes is also a very good practice for thinking mathematically, which is a very useful skill for doing TMUA paper 2. I did better for TMUA paper 2 than for paper 1, and I say that in general, paper 1 is mostly about calculations, while paper 2 is more focused on theory. Another element of TMUA preparation, I think, is emotional support. It is very important that you don't stress yourself too much and to believe in yourself before you sit for the paper. The most important tip I can give you is just to practice again and again. But after doing such an intensive practice, you still need the kind of confidence which prevents you from panicking during the test. I am not sure whether this is any consolation to you, but a lot of people say that TMUA is actually the easiest among all universities' entrance exam. But it does get progressively harder by the year. So my best advice for you is to be prepared, practice a lot, and believe in yourself. You can make it. So that's it for this TMUA preparation video. I think that right now in May is the best time to start. The only reason I could start 1 month earlier than the test date is because I am taking a gap year which means that I can devote my time fully into practicing for TMUA. But I understand that a lot of you are still in your A-level colleges and you are still preparing for your AS or A2. So I would genuinely suggest that you start practicing early and maybe try to get one TMUA paper done every week so that during the test you will not panic and you will not feel underprepared. With that being said, good luck to your TMUA test. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.